What's up, my friends? Paoli here. I am literally sitting on a log. I'm a bump on a log. And I was just out here for a little walk/meditation. And one of the things that I was intending to do going into the new decade or the new year, 2020, is to have some kind of log or video journal and basically have something that I use as a way of looking back and keeping track of what I'm thinking about, how I'm thinking about things, and how I'm executing on whatever it is that I'm thinking about. And today, I guess, marks check-in day 0. Today is January 31st, 2019, and we're heading into a new decade. And this is the first time in my life that I've actually thought about entering a new decade, although I've technically entered, what would that be, the 90s. I was born in the 80s, entered the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and now this is the fourth decade I would be entering into. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually conscious of me entering a new decade. And I want to enter this new decade with a little bit of intention. And 2019 has clearly been a year of completion. And what I mean by completion is that I've finished transitioning through a learning process, which was in my career, coaching fitness and movement all around the world to tens or hundreds of thousands of people, and also becoming a husband, becoming a father to someone who now is 21 years old, which is so crazy. And in 2020 is going to turn 22, which is really cool. 2222. And I'm very proud of everything that I've done in the last decade. In 2010, I started gymnastics WOD, and that's when my career really took off. And now I feel like I'm back to where I was in the mid-2000s when I first moved to the US. And at that point in my life, I was very excited about everything. Everything was new. Everything was cool. And now it still is that way, but there's a new degree of we would say awareness, and there's more space, and there's more space for me to appreciate not just the excitement of things, but also the hardship, the difficulty of the human condition. And what I mean by that is that it's not easy to be oneself all the time. It's not easy to be alive. We're constantly distracted by things, events, feelings, but we have a choice. And our choice is something that if we can become more aware of it and how we arrive at the choice, all of a sudden we can make the changes that we want to see. And in order to make the changes a reality, we must act on them, we must execute on them, we must live them, we must model them. And going into 2020, I don't know exactly how I'm going to execute, but I know what it feels like, and I'm excited about that feeling, and I'm comfortable with that feeling. Whether I'm really aware of what it is exactly that I'm doing, I am aware of the feeling, and the feeling feels right. And because it feels right, I'm just going to continue to move in that direction. And that is my intention going into 2020. which is simply following my heart and doing it with a little bit of mindfulness, and to do it in a way that is also inclusive to others, especially the people that are closest to me, whom I love very much and I owe everything to. And to those who are not so close in my life, which may be you. And when I say not so close, I mean physically, because every single person I connect with online, I feel pretty close to. And that is something that I value very much and I find to be very special. Anyways, this was a long-winded way of saying Happy New Year to you. Make it a Happy New Year, and be willing to play the long game in the most beautiful way that you can, because that, I think, is our only option. And that's what I intend to do, and hopefully I can model that, and by keeping somewhat of a journal, a little check-in, I can keep myself accountable. Anyways, much love to everyone from this log, or this cut down tree. I don't know what they're doing here, but I think they're growing new trees, reforesting here in the Presidio in San Francisco. So hopefully it's for the best. Yeah, so from here, much love, Happy New Year, and see you soon. Peace.